Welcome to my channel. I will be breaking down episode 3 of Queer Eye, We're in Japan, titled The Ideal Woman. This breakdown will contain major spoilers ahead, so please exit if you don't want to get spoiled. Don't forget to also like and subscribe if you haven't already. I've already done a breakdown of episode 1 and 2, so if you like this video, I recommend checking out those as well. Hope you enjoy. In the town of quirky fashion and colorful streets, the Fab Five go to Harajuku to eat with Kiko at the famous Kawaii Monster Cafe. While there, they talk about their newest client, Kai, who is 23 years old and a manga illustrator. She was nominated by her mother Kyoko and sister Kei. Kai describes herself as someone who cannot live without drawing. It's her passion, and she dreams of one day creating her own manga. However, her mother brings up a story where Kai got a big opportunity to draw manga for a company, but it didn't work out. Kai believes she ruined her chance at reaching her dream and is now scared of challenges because she's convinced herself that her efforts will end in failure. Not only does this fear hold her back, but also the trauma she carries from the years of bullying from her peers in school. Kai is terrified of trying new things, and her family members also call her very messy, and her hair is damaged due to her dyeing it so many times. Jonathan announces that the Fab Five will take this insecure girl and teach her to rule the world. The Fab Five arrive at Kai's house and are greeted to a plethora of artwork everywhere. Kai has a unique anime style that I personally see reminiscent of chibi artwork or a Sailor Moon-esque aesthetic. As usual, the client speaks with each of the Fab Five members about the challenges they will tackle together. The group also speak with Kyoko, wondering why she nominated her daughter for the show, to which she responds, quote, "Be human." Kai confides in Tan about her insecurities in wearing tight clothing. Her fashion sense is said to be like a schoolgirl's and doesn't show off her curves, but this is done on purpose. Kai believes she is chubby with a big chest and thus doesn't want to wear anything that accentuates that. When Kai speaks with Karamo, she expresses that she always had an ideal girl in mind when drawing anime. She doesn't feel like a beautiful woman herself, and what's more, because of the bullying she faced, she even says she grew fearful of women in general. Karamo makes a point to say that she draws perfect anime girls because she wants to be just like them. They are not the kind of girls who would get bullied in Kai's eyes. Kai does draw herself sometimes, but usually with sad expressions. So Karamo gives Kai a homework assignment to try and draw herself happy instead. Kai describes an incident she had with her mother to Anthony. One day, the two were cooking natto and kimchi, and Kai burnt the frying pan. Since then, she hasn't cooked with her mother, and Kai feels her mother wouldn't even allow it. Anthony points out her critical attitude, saying that she's too hard on herself. After talking with everyone, Kai expresses her gratitude towards the Fab Five. She thinks it is inspirational that even though each of them went through trials and tribulations, they still came out on top. The gang work hard to help Kai be the same way. Kai starts the day off with Tan, shopping for clothes to show off, in Tan's words, her hourglass figure, without overstepping her limits. Tan lets Kai try on a sweater that looks well on her, and this is to prove that she can wear clothes that can be cute, but not explicit. Then, Kai meets with Karamo in a Judo studio, where they discuss further about her childhood. Karamo enjoys Judo because it is about the mind and body being connected, and it shows that no matter how weak you think you are so much stronger than your mind can fathom. Karamo gives Kai a question about what areas in her life she feels weak in. She replies that it's usually whenever someone gives mean comments like, "You're not cute," or "You've gotten fat." To help Kai push through these negative feelings, he invites famous Japanese comedian Naomi Watanabe to share her own experiences with bullying. Naomi said she was treated less than because of her weight, and says she was brainwashed to believe that if she wasn't skinny, that she won't be treated like a woman or a person. But then she saw all types of people in the entertainment industry who had different kinds of beauty, and called her attractive, which revealed to her the truth that people can and will like you for who you are. So now if she's called fat, then she'd say, "Do you only know that word? You must not know many words. The rest of the Fab Five arrive in Judo uniforms along with a group of Japanese people who teach Kai how to do a technique called osotogari, where you grab your opponent from the right-handed side, holding the sleeve and lapel carefully, and then in 3 steps, kick them to the ground from behind their leg. First Naomi tries it, and then Kai does. When Kai performs this move, everyone congratulates her, boosting her self-esteem even more. After the judo session is done, Jonathan goes on to give Kai a makeover. Jonathan uses a curling iron in her hair that Kai thought would make her hair more damaged, but Jonathan corrects her, saying that a curling iron is okay as long as it's used in moderation. On the second day, Anthony invites Kyoko to cook mapo tofu with Kai to share a mother-daughter bonding moment. While they're eating, Anthony gives them a little insight into his childhood, where he describes his younger self as a nightmare to deal with. He would rebel against his parents, which ultimately was a method of trying to gain their attention so they could see how much he was hurting inside. But all they could notice was surface-level things like him not talking as much or not cleaning his room. The story was addressed to inform Kyoko that Kai isn't just some bratty child, but someone who is hurting from baggage that was never resolved. Kai confesses that despite all of the torment she dealt with in school, she never went into detail about it with her mother. As a response to this, Kyoko reveals that she too was the type of child who wouldn't open up about anything tough she was dealing with. According to Kyoko, there is nothing in Japanese culture where families feel the need to be affectionate, like saying, "I love you," or hugging one another. So Kyoko represses those urges towards Kai. Upon hearing this, Anthony inspires Kyoko to be more loving to Kai through her words and actions. Kai goes on to see her new improved bedroom, which has her completely floored, since its art style is related to her favorite movie, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Kai moves on to show the Fab Five her complete homework assignment that Karamo gave her, which was drawing a picture of herself being happy. On top of that, she also drew something else to further express her change in the past week. Kai thanks the Fab Five and says she will never forget the time they spent together. She never felt grown before, but spending the week with everyone gave her the power to finally be proud of herself. The Fab Five sits with Kiko and Naomi as they watch Kai on TV, feeling way more self-assured. The mother and sister enter the home and witness this with joy. They then go out to an art exhibition to support Kai, since this is the first time that she had presented her artwork to a wide audience. The exhibition goes well, and Kai tells us that although she may continue drawing negative things, she will incorporate more positive artwork into her life. To show extra support to the illustrator, Tam bought her anime self-portrait and gifted it to Kiko, and the episode ends with Naomi wanting to take the portrait for herself, so they do rock, paper, scissors for it. But we don't see the outcome of this, as the screen transitions to the credits. When I first saw this episode, I remember feeling a strong connection to Kai. I thought that not only was she relatable to me, but for many young adults struggling to find confidence in themselves. Seeing someone who I related to helped me realize how frustrating it is to witness somebody who's beautiful, intelligent, and super creative, but can't recognize it for themselves. Kai's episode can be inspiring to viewers because the topics addressed in her story are so common, and it helps to watch someone with those same issues overcome them. While I don't see Kai automatically changing her behavior, this is the start in the right direction, and that is the hardest step to take. I could feel Kai's appreciation for the Fab Five, who helped steer her in the new direction in life. Thank you so much for watching my episode breakdown. Look forward to the 4th and final episode of Queer Eye, We're in Japan. And please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate the support. Thank you, and take care.